is something that I came up with years ago. I've already done a video on this, but it's so good, and so many of you have joined my channel since then that I'm gonna give you my version tonight, which might vary a little bit. And we're gonna have it over chicken parm over homemade pappardelle. And this pasta came out beautiful. And it's fresh this afternoon. It's still got some pliability to it, and it'll cook up really fast. And this is a nice weeknight meal because you have your chicken breast ready to go, and this is Zacon Foods chicken breast. It's absolutely delicious. By far some of the best boneless, skinless chicken breast I've ever had. You can go check out my link in the description box below. Zacon Fresh is the new name, and you can go over there and sign up for free and get notified when they have an event in your area where you can opt in to buy 40 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, and you go home and put it in freezer bags or whatever you're going to do. Now I've got a video on that. I'll try to link that as well. So I'm using 2 of those, but I've cut them because they're so plump through. I've cut them in half, so now there's 4 cutlets basically. I'm not going to pound them out because they're big enough, and it's going to be a nice presentation to have this over the pappardelle. And so let's get started with the recipe. What you're going to need for the basic recipe is some butter. You're going to melt that down. You need a Dijon mustard of your choice, and I quite often put Italian seasoning and garlic in here. So I've got Italian seasoning, I've got garlic, pepper, and then I've got some granulated garlic on its own. Some of my homemade pasta sauce. You can use any marinara you have. And then I've got some sliced mozzarella that's going at the very end. So really and truly, you can put this together in less than a half an hour. And what I like to do in the morning, before I go to work, I know I'm going to have this. So I've got my chicken thawing out, but I get all these ingredients and put them on the counter. So I don't have to worry about getting them out, because that's a time saver right there. And then I've got tonight I'm going to use panko breadcrumbs. I have some that I need to use up that we had taken with us on a trip in a container. And usually I buy them in bulk, and there's no room in my bulk storage container. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of these. And I've got my butter here. I'm going to melt this in the microwave. Show you how I do it. All right, I'll be back when we're dredging and breading. Okay, so I've got my butter melted, and now I'm going to start with my Dijon mustard. And I kind of eyeball this. It's a sight thing, I think. So I'm going to give it a healthy serving size. We don't want our butter to get super cold. So you're just mixing it where it's kind of emulsifies together. And then once it does that, and you know it's not too much butter to mustard ratio, you've got it right. So I'm going to need another helping of that because I've got too much butter to Dijon. So once you have your Dijon mustard, and really it should mix together quite easily. Once you've got that mixture together, then you're ready to dredge your chicken. And honest and truly, I think that this is the key secret to keep the chicken moist and tender. The wine that's in the Dijon and the vinegar and all that tends to tenderize the chicken as you're cooking it. And these are pretty big, even though these are half the thickness, they're pretty good size. So you're going to go ahead and dredge in your mustard mixture and make sure you get a good coating on there. And then you're going to go into the breadcrumbs. And because we're going to play a little risky this time, we're going to go ahead and season our breadcrumbs. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of the garlic pepper, half a teaspoon of garlic granulated, and then we're going to have some Italian seasoning, and I'm going to go with a tablespoon of that. We're going to go ahead and just kind of mix that up. You don't have to get real crazy on it. And we may have to do this a couple of times depending on how far our panko goes, but ooh, that smells delicious. So now we can take our chicken breast cutlet half, and kind of push down, make sure you're getting that nice coating on there. It's going to get brown and crispy, and that's how we do it. And then you're going to put this on a parchment-lined baking dish, and I have one right here that we're going to put that down. I'm going to get the rest of these done, and I'll show you what I do next. These are going to go in a preheated oven of 400 degrees. All right, guys, I'm so excited for this. These are so delicious, and you're going to love this recipe. I promise you, it's quick and easy, and everyone loves it. I'm just going to sprinkle down on the top just a little bit of a light sprinkling of Parmesan cheese, and you can change this recipe any way you like. You can use seasoned breadcrumbs. You can use, that's usually what I do, but this one, I'm doing it this way. And so we're going to bake this off until it's about 80% of the way done. And every oven's going to be different. Timing, I just am going by look because it's chicken breast. It's going to cook quickly. And so when it starts to become, or starts to brown a little bit, then we're going to add our marinara and our mozzarella. All right. All right, so at this time, our chicken breast, our cutlets, whatever you want to call them, they're ready to be topped. So what I do, and I heated up my marinara and let it reduce a little bit and get thicker. I'm going to put a nice spoonful of marinara over the top of each one. You don't need a huge amount because we're going to have some of this on the pasta as well. And then mozzarella. And I've got sliced mozzarella right here. And really, this is up to you how much you want. I think I want, for these, a slice and a half. These are big pieces, so. And that's really going to melt down. And while this is in the oven for the last, 5-10 minutes, our pasta is going to be cooking, because that fresh pasta is only going to take about 3 minutes. So I'll be back when I plate this up and I show you what I have. So I've got my pasta down. As you can see, this wide cut pasta is just absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of my marinara over it. That's going to help sauce the pasta. And it doesn't all have to be coated perfectly because we've got some with the chicken, and it's going to be fantastic. Then you're going to go ahead, if you want to, and drizzle some extra virgin olive oil down, and some Parmesan. Fresh grated Parmesan is always good. It's going to make this delicious. And then right on top is going to go that crispy chicken breast. And how delicious is that? Who isn't going to want that for dinner? I'm pretty sure I do. All right, we're going to come in now for a taste test. I'm pretty excited. Ooh, look at that melty cheese and that sauce. Let's cut down into that chicken breast if you can find it. And cut some of that pasta. So we get a little pasta, a piece of chicken breast, and some cheese. Oh. Okay. I think I've got it. I don't know that it's a YouTube bite, but oh my goodness, doesn't that look good? Oh, wow, that chicken breast is so moist and juicy, and the pasta is fantastic, of course. Anytime you get to make homemade pasta, it's fantabulous. Guys, oh my gosh. I hope that this inspires you to come back next time, stay tuned for the videos I've got coming up next. And oh my goodness, if you haven't made this before, try it. It's easy, it's a great weeknight meal, and everybody thinks that you slaved all day for it, and you really didn't. You can use any kind of pasta you want. You don't have to have homemade. You could buy fresh pasta at the store, or you could just use dry pasta. I've done that quite often too. So I hope it inspires you. I hope that you go check all the links that I've left for you. I'm going to have an Amazon link, as well as my Facebook page, where you can go over and check out what everybody's talking about on there, and go to Zaycon Foods, because this chicken is fantastic, and I have another order coming here next month, so I can't wait to see you next time. As always, guys, woo, happy eating.